Like, bro, if I wasn't a fan of yours, you know what I'm saying, you're up and coming, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing, I wasn't gonna even talk. I'm like, man, I told my dog I'm gonna give him an interview, man, get his channel out there. I'm gonna give you the only interview I'm gonna ever do about this, bro. I promise.
From the contract, let's go to the face-off. Mm-hmm. Explain to me what happened in the face-off. What were you expecting when you got to the venue versus what actually happened when you got to the venue?
All right, so ARP texted us and was like, yo, I got this event. We got this event space, and they saying 10 people total, including me, Cass, ARP, Lord Jamar, and the cameraman.
Okay.
And they said, so the most you can bring is one. Like, can you please, if you got to come with somebody, we know y'all want to be solo, bring one. Each of us got a +1. I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, John, my little bro, but I'm like, I'm just going to bring John, tell John, yo, pull up. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come to the face-off or whatever. So, I was filming. So I was running late. I'm filming BET. So I'm running late anyway. So I'm like, I'm running late. My fault. ARP like, man, you good. You got enough time. So like, all right, cool. I pull up. I walk in. I see like 20 people. I'm solo. So I see like 20 people. You know what I'm saying? I see 8, 9, 10 guys. I see 4, 5 girls. I see cameramen. So I don't know who with who.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But I know it's more than 10 people here. So I'm already kind of like, but I ain't tripping. I'm thinking maybe the cameraman brought more people, maybe. So I ain't tripping. So I talked to ARP. We chopping up cool. Cass walk in. Like 3, 4 more people walking in with Cass. And then he went to the corner. And I noticed all them people was with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, ARP looking like, because ARP know we weren't supposed to have. So he kind of look. I'm like, man, it's all good. I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing. It ain't nothing major. I ain't got no beef with him. Ain't no problem. So I ain't really tripping anyway. I'm like, it's a face-off. I ain't tripping. Cool. So they all, they talking, they doing all that. It kind of being a little extra. You can just tell. You just feel the energy. So I'm already kind of just thinking. That's why at the beginning of the face-off, I'm just like, I already feel the energy. It's finna be some bullshit. I'm by myself. They finna gas. It's just finna be some bullshit. I felt it, Paul. So interviews start. You know what I'm saying? Talking stuff. We finna talk. What made me mad is his people weren't even supposed to be there regardless. But as we doing an interview between me and him, they heckling, giggling, doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a face-off with him. I ain't got nobody with me. Y'all don't even supposed to be here. I shouldn't have to deal with him and some hecklers for a face-off. So the people who gonna watch, gonna hear laughing and all that and think it's fans in and he just cooking or something. You know what I'm saying? Like what he's saying is facts, but it's all his people who giving me a hard time already, just doing too much. So that's why I kept turning around like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm already mad. I'm like, so I'm aggravated. You know what I'm saying? I seen him say something like, I figure Hitman out. He want to be the center of attention. So if girls laughing at him or people, he gonna know it wasn't that, bro. He know it. I'm mad because, nigga, you don't even supposed to have nobody here. They doing all this giggling and laughing and co-signing this bullshit you saying. Like it's me versus 12. It's me versus 12 people in the room. So I'm standing up talking to everybody. That's why people keep saying you stood up first. When I was standing up, I was addressing the room because they all laughing. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all laughing and agreeing, not only I'm finna check him, I'm checking all y'all. So it's me versus y'all. So I say something to him, then I turn around like y'all co-sign, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And I already talk aggressive normally. Like I talk with my hands, I do all that. That's just how I naturally, that's how I am. So when I stand up, I never stood up like a threat. Like I stood up just performing. Like that's, you know what I'm saying, what I do. So we doing that. That shit, I'm already aggravated now. I'm like, bro, this is too much. You already delusional. People say I lost the face off, but I'm like, everything he brought up, I check factored. You know what I'm saying? Easy. He talking about views. I brought up my real views. He said he got 5 million in every battle. They like that kind of shit. They like a nigga to be delusional and shit like that. I'm like, you don't. He lost that. He started talking about money. I brought up money in my trucking company. I bring up money. He like, I don't want to talk about money. I won that one. He started talking anything before the shit went left, anything he brought up, I fact checked. You know what I'm saying? Off the flip. So I don't know how niggas were saying I was losing. I was fact checking everything. So when he realized he couldn't talk money with me, when he realized he couldn't talk views with me, he switched the subject to tough street credibility and all that. So I'm already knowing I didn't want to talk too much about something I was going to say in the battle. I'm a vet. So I didn't want to talk about nothing else because I ain't want to bring up the Gilly. I ain't want to bring up ARAB. I ain't want to bring up your shit getting repo or money. I ain't want to bring up a lot of shit. So I'm like, oh, he done brought up fight. He done brought up, I'm finna leave it right here. I'm finna just bark on him right here. I don't want to talk about nothing else. It worked in my favor. And you see, he started talking about the robbery. He said it in his round. He started talking about a whole bunch of other stuff that he said. You know what I'm saying? He gave up his whole game plan. So I was really happy with how the face-off went because people say I'm emotional and all that, but I was the same Hitman versus Suge in the face-off, correct?
Absolutely. And I think like for me, that's one of the big misconceptions about you. And this is not being biased. This is just being facts, man. Anybody from St. Louis, Missouri, like you gonna get that type of reaction every day, every single time.
But the crazy thing is, that's been me for 10 years, though. They acting like I was out of character. Anytime somebody came with me with disrespect, that's how I handle it. You know what I'm saying? So me and Bill argue, me and Arsenal, me and Surf, me and Suge, but it was cool because them guys was barking back and them guys was, you know what I'm saying, yelling and doing shit back. So when I turned up on Cass and he realized I wasn't going, he switched it to make it seem like, oh, he did it on purpose. So I start looking like a bully. I'm standing up. I'm talking about fight. Let's fight for real. I'm start talking about that. People don't like that. When you look like a bully, people hate it. So since he wasn't really on it until later when he started saying, I got my guys and all that, I look like a bully. They hated me from there on out. Like I wasn't supposed to win the battle they didn't want to see me win from that point to the battle. I was the #1 most hated guy in battle rap because I turned up on the nigga who took it there first. You know what I'm saying? So that's as far as the face-off, that's how that went left. He, and everybody like, you stood up first. I stood up performing. He stood up and said, you see how my hands fly. That's what I meant. And another thing, people kept saying, you was 10 threats. I got paid to let Cassidy threaten me. Like he can threaten me. He can say, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to shoot you up. I'm not tripping off that. But real threats like the people I got here with me going to do something to you. I didn't get paid to hear you tell me what the niggas with you going to do to me. You know what I'm saying? That's when I say that's when it crossed the line for me on some, this could go further than just me and him. He stood up a million times and said, I'm going to fight you. I'm a this, I'm a that. I ain't go run for no bag or nothing. But once he said, stop standing up, there's niggas in here that'll lay you down, or now you playing with me because this ain't no battle. You can say whatever you want to me in a battle. In a face-off, you talk directly to me. I'm by myself. You got 10 niggas with me. Okay. I went to go get my bag and sit it down. I didn't never pull it out. I'm just like, bro, you making real threats. Let me sit this right here. Let's finish the interview. That's how I felt about that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And people ran with that. Oh my God, he's extra. Why would you get the bag and not do nothing? Because it's still a face-off and I'm still there to promote. A lot of people, I'm hearing battle rappers like, why he's so loud? We was at a face-off. It was already loud. People act like we was at the bowling alley